For this standard, we're going to be looking at elements, which you already know quite a bit about, and we're going to be comparing those, how those are different from compounds, okay? And then we're also going to look at the chemical makeup of the atmosphere. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is write your name in the upper right-hand corner of your paper. Okay, first word we need to define is element. An element is a pure substance that is made up of only one type of atom, okay? And we've been studying the periodic table of elements, so that's what we're talking about, is these elements individually. Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want you to find an element that begins with the first letter of your name. For example, my first name is Andrea, so I would circle the element, find one, and the one I just happened to find was gold, okay? Then my last name starts with a G, and here I picked GE, okay, which is geranium. Okay, this works for everyone except those of you that have the letter J. And if your name first or last starts with J, just put a J out to the side and make yourself a fake element. Okay, so of course this is what the elements, what they look like. So let's talk about some rules. Here is the element rule. You only have one capital letter per element. Okay, and we'll look at some examples of this. Okay, for example, here's helium, He, okay? If I have helium, He here, how many capital letters? Even though I have two letters, how many capital letters do I have? I only have how many? One, okay? So this identifies that I'm talking about just one element. Okay, so here's boron, here's carbon, here's neon, here's bromine, here's calcium, here's magnesium, okay? And what I've done here is I've underlined how many capital letters? One, okay? So each one of those individually represents a separate element. Okay, so now let's talk about a short standard that wants to know the chemical makeup of the atmosphere. The chemical makeup of the atmosphere, okay, you're going to see that nitrogen is 78% of the atmosphere. Write this on your pie graph or pie chart. And then oxygen is 20.9%. Record that as well. And then put all of these over here together, and we find out that all the other gases contribute 1% of what makes up the atmosphere. Okay. Now we're going to put this in chart form. So here, again, I want you to write nitrogen, 78.1, and I want you to write oxygen, 20.9%. And at the bottom right-hand corner, I want you to write NO, no, okay? To help you remember, nitrogen is the greatest percentage, followed by oxygen, okay? Then other gases. Okay.